The world we live in is being exceedingly virtual. That makes every business organization shoulder its own cybersecurity a must. Implementing security measures not only provides liability protection, but also increased productivity and efficiency. Welcome to Read Academy, presenting a 12-module cybersecurity workshop, both as an e-learning as well as a live interactive one-day workshop to better meet your organizational needs. The workshop participants will understand the different types of breaches, security breaches, malware, and the types of hardware modules that prevails in the industry, as well as an introduction to cryptography. So we'll start out with cryptography as a method of storing and transmitting data in such a manner that those who it is intended for will read and process. So the focus is on the intended recipient as well as the communication path, which is an untrusted communication, not a secure network. So one of the goals of cryptography is to hide information from these unauthorized access, which are commonly known as man in the middle, evildoers, or hackers, or maybe a crypto analyst who could be a good or a bad guy. So behind every successful coder, there is a decoder, and it goes. Additional topics relating to having a grip on the difference between encryption, decryption, ciphertext, plaintext, as well as enciphering and deciphering. Historically, cryptography goes back to the time of Julius Caesar. About 4,000 or so years ago, Roman troops used an algorithm named after Julius Caesar to hide their operational messages. And going forward, it seems that the World War II was cut short by 2 years because of the efforts by Polish hackers who were able to break in the code. So we owe it big time to the community of hackers who saved us from 2 years of life. And in the internet age we live in, encryption has gained a vital prominence as a tool in our everyday transaction. Best seen as the WhatsApp message that you send, the best example of an end-to-end encryption. Additional topics include theoretical versus practical security, where a theoretically secure system may not actually be secure in practice, whereas a theoretically breakable system may be secure in practice. The art and science of coding, as well as terms like brute force attack, which attempts to solve every possible combination until the correct one is cleared. And we'll take a look at the industry you're in and the prevailing security. For example, the banking industry is committed to the principle of disclose not when it comes to cybersecurity. Thus, the banks remain least susceptible to the worldwide fraud. However, the annual losses resulting from these fraudulent activities or these attacks are in the range of 2.5 to 5%. But that's an astounding $3.5 trillion of total global trade. So you can imagine the motivation that these hackers have. And some very interesting and intriguing cases have emerged in the recent past where a group of crude hackers were able to break into a central bank and steal money worth in millions. So it's their motivation and the collaboration. And then we'll take a look at the banks, how they utilize the hardware security for their high-end mission-critical infrastructure, wherein the key, which is the secret key, is safeguarded in the tamper-proof memory of these hardware modules, which means that the keys remain internal to these hardware modules. So that's an intro. That was a brief on cybersecurity workshop, and the workshop comes with training manual for e-delegates, energizers, icebreakers, quick reference sheets, slides embedded with videos, MP3 format course-related documents for learning on the go, and your attendance certificate. So that's a bit on cybersecurity. I wish you all the best, and happy learning.